Hello, and welcome. I am Web Weaver, and I'm so glad you have found my channel here today. This is where I do a one-card tarot reading, just to give us some guidance for our day ahead. As always, these readings are for entertainment purposes only, and I am using the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck, which is different than traditional tarot, so I do have notes that I pull from to help guide my readings. And I was able to catch the natural light before the sunset, so I opened the window and I'm reading by natural light today, which is just lovely. All right. So this reading is going to be for Saturday, March 28th. That is the day of all of the No Kings gatherings. I will be in attendance at our local one. Hopefully, if you want to attend one, you can find a location near you. Even if you don't have a sign, all you need is your voice. All right. What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? We need to know for the day. All right, we're going to stop there. I am going to split the deck. I do not read reversals. And we have Death and Rebirth. Ooh, that's a fun one. All right, give me a moment. I've got other things sitting here today. So I will bring you down so that you can see this more clearly, maybe. Sorry about that, the jumpiness. Oof, okay. My stand was set up differently because I was in a different room last time. All right. So this is the Major Arcana number 8. I find that interesting because when I pulled the card for tomorrow in my weekly reading, I got the 8 of Wands. So let's see what this says. Symbolizes cycles and change. Change can be one big or many small ones. Transformation. We are on a perpetual journey of undoing, being, and becoming. This card is all about renewal, regeneration, and new beginnings. Death is just a gateway. This card represents an epiphany that you want a different life than you are living. Your beliefs have changed, or you are not the person you want to be. It is time for a new beginning, but be kind to yourself. That is a wonderful card for tomorrow. That just makes me so happy. So a lot of times in the traditional tarot, when someone who is not familiar with tarot sees the death card, they automatically think death, sorrow, terrible. But it's just change. In tarot, that card, while it can mean the death of someone or something, it's change. It's changing from one way of being to another way of being. It's walking through that liminal doorway. And I'm probably preaching to the choir because I'm sure anyone that's watching this is usually familiar with tarot. But if you're not, death is about change. The death card is about change. And in this deck, it is called Death and Rebirth because that is what this moment is for tomorrow. This is a moment of rebirth, of deciding what life it is we want to live, what it is we want to achieve. I feel like this is crooked. Eek. Maybe it needs tightened up. That's all right. Okay. What it is we want to achieve, what we want to do with our life, how we want to be, whether it's personally, on an individual level. What is the life you want to live? What does the world you want to live in look like? And you are going to start heading that direction. In a larger scale imagery, tomorrow we get to voice our opinions of the kind of world we want to live in. And it's going to be record-breaking, and it's going to be impossible to ignore. Tomorrow is a day of rebirth, of transformation, walking through that doorway. And the card that I pulled for the weekly reading was the Eight of Wands. And in that imagery, there is a soldier standing next to, I can pull it out while I'm talking. There is a soldier standing next to a cannon. I believe it was. Here it is. This was the card I pulled for the weekly reading for tomorrow. So he's standing next to a cannon that has fired off all of its weaponry. The button has been pushed. What is in motion is now going to stay in motion. There's no stopping it until it reaches its destination. And it's going to be transformative. This is the death of the old. The death of the billionaires running the show, New World Order kind of crap. The people are rising up and speaking up and waking up, and we are heading in that direction. We are that shiny thing, ready to be born. Now that the old way is dying and falling away. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. That gives me hope. Hope is hard to come by some days. So that gives me hope. If you would like to meditate on the imagery of this card, feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, I will be back tomorrow with our next reading. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. If you are attending any events tomorrow, be aware of your surroundings. Stay safe. Take water. I sound like a mother because I am. But make your voice heard. And just revel in that energy of knowing that you are not alone and that there is a much bigger community than you may realize. All right. Have a lovely evening. Blessed be.